We will be reviewing solving linear equations. So the first equation, we have 4x minus 4 minus 7 times the quantity x plus 1 equals negative 5x plus 7. So the first thing that we want to do here is distribute. So we have 4x minus 4, and then we're going to distribute the negative 7 times the x and the positive 1, which gives us negative 7x minus 7 equals negative 5x plus 7. Next, combine like terms. So we're going to combine like terms on each side. So we're going to start with 4x minus 7x, which is negative 3x. And negative 4 and negative 7 give us negative 11. On the right-hand side, there are no like terms to combine. So we'll just copy down the negative 5x plus 7. Next, isolate. So we'll move the x on the right-hand side by taking the opposite. And then we're going to move the negative 11 to the right-hand side by also taking its opposite. So negative 3x plus 5x gives us 2x. Negative 11 plus 11 cancels. Negative 5x plus 5x cancels, and 7 plus 11 is 18. Our last step is to divide by 2, so x would equal 9. Our next example deals with fractions. So there are multiple ways to solve this equation. What I do is eliminate the fractions anytime I have fractions in an equation or inequality. So the first step is to find the LCD. So the LCD is the smallest number that 3, 4, and 6 all go into or divide into. So 12 would be the LCD in this case. So I'm going to multiply each term by 12. Now what I do is I reduce first. So I say 3 goes into 12 4 times, then I multiply the results. So 4 times 2x is 8x. I come to my next term and reduce. So 4 goes into 12 3 times, and positive 3 times 1 is positive 3. Equals, again, reduce. 6 goes into 12 2 times, and I'm left with 5 times 2, which is 10. I'm solving for x, so I'm going to isolate. So subtract 3 from both sides, and then divide by 8. So my answer would be x equals 7/8. Next equation also deals with fractions. So I'm going to find the LCD of 6, 18, and 3, and that would be 18. So I multiply every term by the LCD, which is 18, including the x. So first I reduce. So 6 divides into 18 3 times. 3 times 5x is 15x. There's nothing to reduce with the x, so I simply multiply negative 18 times x, which gives me negative 18x, equals, for the next term, the 18's reduce, giving me 1 times x, which is 1x. And then the last, 3 divides into 18 6 times, and negative 8 times 6 is negative 48. So we want to isolate after we combine like terms. So on the left-hand side, we're going to combine 15x minus 18x, which is negative 3x. There's nothing to combine on the right-hand side. Next, we isolate. So we're going to subtract 1x from both sides. That would give us negative 4x. 1x minus 1x cancels, so negative 4x equals negative 48. And then we're going to divide by negative 4. So x would equal negative 48 divided by negative 4. So we're dividing a negative by a negative, so we get a positive. So our answer would be positive 12. Let's do one more, just like that one. So here we have 4x over 5 minus x equals x over 45 minus 2/9. So we find the least common denominator, which in this case is 45. So we're going to multiply every term by 45. So I'm putting 45 in the numerator of each term. And next I'm going to reduce and multiply. So for the first term, 5 divides into 45 9 times, and 9 times 4x is 36x. Nothing to reduce, so I multiply negative 45 times x, which gives me negative 45x. And then 45 reduces, and that equals 1x. Next, 9 divides into 45 5 times, and negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. So we're going to isolate, but before we isolate, we combine like terms. So 36x minus 45x is negative 9x. I'm going to subtract 1x from both sides. So negative 9x minus 1x is negative 10x. The x's cancel out. So negative 10x equals negative 10. And then I divide both sides by negative 10. So a negative divided by a negative is a positive. So x would equal positive 1.